streaming here. Make sure we're properly live. Pause my preview here so I don't have that. Okay, so hello and welcome to Pixels Plays Dragon Quest XI. For those of you who might be wondering what happened to Shenmue, that's kind of on hold. Probably either until I get my new place or until I also forgive the mess. I mean, I think you've probably seen it past few videos. That's like entirely my fault. It's not even the move. Like some of the stuff is probably some of these containers are probably gonna be used for the move, but yeah, I'm probably gonna be working a lot on that, and that actually may be resulting in me not streaming as much. Although I haven't been streaming as much anyway, but yeah. But anyway, we're coming up on my least favorite part of any game that includes this sort of thing, a forced stealth section. There's probably a few like little side quests and story things I can do, for at least one more part before that happens, and then I could try it on my own and see if it's not as bad as it I originally thought it was, or if I know the patrol patterns and anything. I have the page of a strategy guide printed off for that, so that might be somewhat useful. But yeah, I just do not like that. That's the main reason why I kind of despise Metal Gear Solid, is because it inspired all these games to start like suddenly throwing in stealth mini games in the middle of their game. Like, I don't want Metal Gear Solid in my Legend of Zelda. I don't want Metal Gear Solid in my Shenmue. Get Metal Gear Solid out of every game that isn't Metal Gear Solid. If you want to have a stealth mechanics as an optional feature of the game or as a component, that's like fine. Like Skyrim, even Breath of the Wild, like the section of that game that I was dreading having to replay turned out to be like insanely easy because I set myself up to be like insanely overpowered. But so I kind of skipped that whole section through just sniping off the enemies with ancient arrows. But anyway, there's a whole rant I could do on all of that, but let's get on the subject of Dragon Quest. I am, I guess, a casual fan of the series, more or less in terms of how much I've actually played of it. I do have like complete inbox all of the Dragon Quest games for DS and 3DS, aside from the spin-offs, from 4 to 9. Obviously, I don't have 10 because that was never released here in the States. Because it was an MMO anyway. So, and I'm kind of a little irked that they didn't do the DS or 3DS version of Dragon Quest XI here in the States, because it has that cool feature with the dual screens, with the lower screen like showing like sprite versions of the characters, which we're paying homage to, at least with our title cards. So. Anyway, I'm going to actually start off by showing off the wall patrons. I'll also show it at the end of this. I've finally gotten around to putting it together. The tiers are a little tentative, but that's kind of what we're doing. I'm thinking of like putting together some like music for the intro and outro, but it's gonna take some time and some thinking, and I'm probably gonna I have like an EJ, like an old EJ disc for PC. I have the actual like box somewhere. Yeah, I have like this. I'm thinking of what I'm thinking of doing is like creating something from the numerous loops on here, then taking the individual tracks, running them through a MIDI converter, Once I've come up with the overall composition, all the loops put together, I can then like take those, put them into a MIDI converter, uh, track by track, so that we don't have like, because MIDI convert wave or like regular audio to MIDI conversion is can be a bit messy, particularly when you're doing with multiple um, tracks. So doing each track individually should help to avoid it. It also allowed me to create different, my ultimate intent will be to create it, make it into a chip tune, just to fit with the um, potentially avoid some potential copyright issues. Even though I do legally own a copy of the EJ stuff, some of it might still like raise flags. So um, I'm not sure. I have to like. There's a manual in here. I might have to like look at what the licensing agreements are. If I don't think there is a manual in here. Come to think of it, there might be like a manual on one of the discs. But anyway, um, but avoiding potential content ID at least issues, um, and also just to fit with the chiptune theme. I don't think there's any chiptune type music on here, so converting it to a chiptune is also kind of the thing that I like to do anyway. So there will be like some music stuff happening like during the outro and during the wall of patrons. There might be a unique musical theme for the wall patrons. I don't know. Um, but well, here is the wall patrons. Uh, In case you hadn't noticed, I actually figured out how to make my webcam widescreen. Let's just see, how well that works with, like, the actual, like, corner camera. It's still weird. It's like there's, at least on my display, it's cut off on the right side. The intro video is not quite 1080p. Okay, the start button works. I just can't. Oh, I can actually. I had to use the D-pad to navigate for some reason. I went ahead and. Okay. Now I can actually look at the disclaimer for streaming. This game has copyright law. The work, this copyright is held by collaboration of authors representing Square Enix Company Limited. Additionally, the music copyright is held by Sugiyama Kobo. Streaming of this game is permitted only in non-commercial contexts. However, using streams of the game to primarily provide or listen to the music is prohibited, even in such non-commercial contexts. For brief information of the terms of use relating to streaming of this game, please see the official Dragon Quest IX site. Okay. Well, we don't have to worry about this being non-commercial because I don't have the ability to monetize, so... I can still only use this D-pad. That's... Can I actually, like, type in? Nope. For some reason... Draconian Quest? Okay. Draconian Quest settings. Okay, so this is, like, just extra difficulty, Wait a minute. Okay. What? Okay. The Draconian Quest feature allows you to attempt your adventure with an array of harsh restrictions in place. You can have these restrictions removed at the church at any time, so don't be afraid to try it. You can always change your mind. Select the Draconian request restrictions you wish to submit yourself to. So, no fleeing from battle. No shopping. So, you can flee from fights no matter how brutal the battle, you must see it through to the bitter end. No shopping, you can't spend your gold coins on items. You'll have to get by with what you can acquire from chests and monsters. And possibly crafting? No armor, you can't equip any defensive items, so you'll have to make the most of any spells, skills, or items that can boost your survivability. Reduced experience from easy fights. You only get half the normal number of experience points from beating baddies weaker than yourself, and sometimes none at all. Target tougher enemies to level up. All enemies are super strong. Every enemy you encounter will be tougher than usual, making your quest a true test of your combat skills. Only hardened warriors need apply. Shypox. Uncontrollable embarrassment will plague you on every step of your adventure. There's no telling when the this crippling affliction might flare up next. Okay, that actually like sounds kind of. I'm almost curious to try Shypox, but we are completing total wimps. Maybe like on a second playthrough or something. I think we're gonna. Our character pixels kind of traditional, although we didn't really do it for Chrono Cross, but display brightness. Choose whatever brightness looks best to you. Okay, it looks like this whole game is gonna have like this little corner cut off of it. That's gonna be a little distracting. I mean, one thing if it were centered, but it's like offset to the. Like you guys can't see it, because I can see what you guys see, and it's not you know, it's showing the full screen, but for me, the right side is like a black bar. So you can choose whatever brightness looks best to you. Go with 45. Virtual log set successfully created. It must be said in the Midwest. Is a Triforce on the window there?
This child, he is the one.
There's the mark.
Whoa.
There's no mistaking it.
Oh no, he's Moses.
Oh boy. What in heavens are you doing here? And after that awful storm, too. However did you survive? You're a jolly one. What's this? Oh, you poor thing. Come here. Come here. Oh, there's no need to be frightened anymore. You're safe now, little fellow.
And then Pixels, I should have named him Moses. Several years later. This is your ordinary floating island with a giant tree on it.
Thanks so much, you're a lifesaver. Trust me to lose my headscarf just before the big ceremony. So it's finally here, the big day. I can't believe we're going to be climbing all the way up there. Looks like Sandy's keen to lead the way. Come on, best not keep her waiting.
It's time for you to head up to Tor, I hear. Man, don't slip. It's a long way down. I can't you. Oh, don't worry. Pixels never let you fall. Oh, what would you do without him, eh? Oh, Pixels, you heard the lady. Make sure she comes to no harm. Yeah, it gets pretty steep up on the Tor, so be sure to watch your footing. But don't let that make you sick. You stick to the beaten track. Little detours are where you find all the fun stuff. Look, you and Gemma are all grown up already. I can remember you two little ones hauling around the place, causing trouble like it was yesterday. Oh, time flies, it really does. The symbols on the side of Tor represent the spirit of the land, you know. The spirit has always watched over the people of Cobblestone. Having a Vage ceremony is one of the ways we show our gratitude for its protection. We've all been through it, you know. We climbed to the top of the we've all climbed to the top of the Tor. I remember it like it was yesterday. Well, a few voices I can do, old man. But I can't tell you what I found up there. No, that's something you'll have to find out for yourselves. I'm sure I've never seen the two of you apart. And to think you're all grown up already. Is that wedding bells I hear? Hee hee. Grandma, honestly. Oh, let an old woman have her fun, will you? Now, Pixels, you look after my lovely granddaughter, you hear? You know the mayor and your mother are waiting to see you off at the top of the steps, don't you? Don't keep them waiting, dear. Oh, and if you ever need advice or you're stuck on what to do, have a chat with folks with a pretty pink speech bubbles above their heads like me. You're so relaxed and look at your map, you can't miss us. By looking at the map, use R to change the direction you're facing. It's a handy little trick, trust me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Such silliness. Like R sticks and buttons. Good luck, Pixels. I wish I was grown up like you. I can't wait to climb the tour. Pixels, you're heading you and my dear Gemma all set. Seeing you and my dear Gemma all set for your big day makes me proud as anything, both as mayor and as a grandfather. You're not kids anymore, you know. No, you're all grown up now, and that means going to the tour and offering your thanks. Now it's time you're on your way. Head up to the top, give praise to the spirit of the land, and come back down and tell us how you like the view. Oh, and if you're unsure what to do next, try pressing Y and selecting party talk. Gemma might have some useful tips for you. Yes, you pick my big boy, all grown up. Now be sure to look after Gemma, you hear? To think you've been inseparable since you were tiny, and here you are about to climb the tower together. Oh, and if you lose your way, just follow Sandy. The dog's got more sense than any of us. Off you go now, dear. I know the two of you will be just fine, and I'll make sure that there's delicious supper waiting for you when you get back. A path ahead will be a steep one, but fear not, my children, for the spirit of the land shall watch over you. May your climb teach you how truly blessed we are to live among such beautiful surroundings. We will pray for your safe return. God, just look at it, beautiful. It's present, isn't it? Whenever you find someone with a lovely scenery like this, you should only take the time to stop and bask in the wonder of nature. You know, it does me the power of good. Is there like a button you can use to like, oh cool. You can just hit the left stick and go to first person view. You can zoom in and out. Or that centers you, I guess. Okay, the left stick. Okay, in the middle of the right stick centers your view. You can use the left stick to zoom in and out. There's a bunch of slimes congregating by some sort of ruin. Of making anyone to see here. There's some other ruins over there. Oh dear me, what can that boy have got to this time? I just hope he hasn't decided to go up tour on his own. No, he wouldn't be that stupid, surely. Ah, he'll be the death of me, that one.
Humble folk of Cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. That's how it goes, isn't it? My granddad's been teaching me the prayer ever since I was little. He reckons the spirit of the land really does live on Cobblestone Tor, you see. As long as I can remember, he's been preparing me for this day. The day it would finally be my turn to climb all the way up there and offer my thanks. I just wonder whose idea it was in the first place, sending the village's young folk on such a dangerous errand. What if I take a tumble and do myself a mischief? Well, not to worry. Since you and me were born on the same day, I'm lucky enough to have a bodyguard along for the journey. Come on then. That craggy old thing won't climb its... Oh. Ah! Monsters! They're coming this way.
Let me Dragon Quest game about a group of slimes.
Crikey! Get him!
So,
Go on! Phew.
oh, that's 6 and 6. Contains 6 health potions. Oh god! No, it doesn't. It's 1 medicine will hurt.
Crikey! I wasn't expecting that. I know they were only little, but I'd have been done for if you and Sandy hadn't been here to help me. And now we've got to go through that horrible, dingy cave. Just our luck. I'll bet you anything that's where those awful things came from. Well, as long as you're with me, I've got nothing to worry about. Come on, let's get going.
Oh, for the cobblestone. Yard. Blessed we are since days of yore, let it be so forevermore. Cobblestone tour. Like, couldn't we repair this bridge? It wouldn't be a trial if it weren't dangerous. But more monsters! But if we puzzle you yet, you should think of it. Try to surprise them.
Tough little blighters, aren't they?
Not really. Here the silence appears.
Get him! Go on!
She actually is useful.
Go on!
Cool.
Tough little blighters, aren't they? I'm so proud of you.
New spell, Frizz. Super, the graphics aren't terribly impressive.
Get him! Crumbs! Go on! Phew. Get him! Crikey! Go on! Tough little blighters, aren't they?
A different enemy type. Healers.
Crumbs! Get him! Go on! Get him! Phew.
His textures are kind of...
Go on! Crikey! Don't give up! Get him! Crumbs! Go on! Tough little blighters, aren't they? Look at all this fog. Is this normal, do you think? Help! Help me! What? Cole? fog at all. It's more monsters.
Smogs. They're literally smog monsters.
Get him!
Oh, Goro was right.
Crikey. Don't give up.
I was gonna say, you fast so hard.
Go on. Crumbs. Here you go.
Well, actually, walk around.
Go on. Crikey. Get him! Phew. Well done.
I'm sorry, Gemma. I only
Oh,
came
Gemma.
up here because I thought
Yeah.
it'd be funny to jump out and surprise you. But then those monsters appeared.
What in the world is going on? I never heard anything about monsters appearing on the tour before. But never mind that now. Whatever were you thinking? You could have been killed. You take Sandy and get back to the village this instant.
Yes, Gemma. Sorry, Gemma.
You saved my bacon again. I knew you were tough, but crikey, you really have grown into quite the hero. Not far to the top now. Typical. It would have to go and start raining, wouldn't it? Come on, let's get a move.
Whatever, this is set in the Midwest. Where the heck is that? That's just a rope, okay. Just these vines to climb and you'll literally be there. Don't go losing your grip. It just like warps to me. Just way to the top, watch your step. Once again she disappears. Magical warping ability is really handy. Oh. It actually might be... How much further now? Keep close to the cliffs and don't let the nerves get the better of you.
Here we are at last. It's such a shame about the weather. I was really looking forward to that view. Well, we better say the prayer and get this ceremony over with, eh? What was that?
think it might be a little OP.
We're alive. But how? That great big flash of lightning. It was almost like you made it happen.
Well, I can also shoot fire at enemies, so it's called magic.
Look, the mark on your hand. Huh? Oh, it stopped. Well, we can worry about that later. All I know is that you saved me yet again. I don't know what I'd do without you. Now, we really had better be finishing up this ceremony. Humble folk of Cobblestone, great land spirits, hearth and home. Lift your voices up in prayer, sing it across all our drear. Blessed are we since days of yore, let it be so forevermore. Wow! Look!
Definitely the Midwest.
It just goes on and on and on. Whoever dreamed up this ceremony must have had this in mind. They wanted to show us how huge our world really is. Well, that's it. It's all over and now we're grown-ups. Should we head down and tell Grandad and everyone? They'll all be waiting for us at the bottom.
Are any goodies up here? Huh? I see Sarkley. Pink Pine. Okay. Amateur etymologist. Not a whole lot to look at. Just a bunch of mountains and lots of ocean. Oh no, and Lavos! Just because Lavos look smaller when it's zoomed in. I wonder if that's a graphical, like, weird thing that, like, the actual, like, graphic is the same size. Look, the sprite is the same size, but even when we zoom in, so it feels like it's getting smaller. I think that might be it. there's the Gaia tree or whatever. Or the tree or at least that one actually gets bigger when you zoom into it. We could just use an escape rope, you know. Thanks for bringing Cole back safely, Sandy. Good girl, I knew you could do it. I'm sorry, Gemma. Not to be confused with Gemma from Brahma 1/2. I thought it'd be funny to jump out and surprise you. I'm an idiot. I'll never do it again, I promise. I should have a little kid voice for that. Well, the main thing is that everyone's alright. You can never be too careful with monsters around. We owe you one, Pixels. And Gemma and Sandy too. My Cole told me everything. He told me how he fought off those horrible foggy monsters. I don't know how to thank you. You and Gemma aren't hurt either. That's such a relief. The lightning was terrifying. Were you all right up there? I was so sorry you poor things had to go for such an awful ordeal. Oh, you did it! You've been at the top of the tower. Well, you'd better let the mayor know. Everyone will be desperate to hear how you got up there. How you got on up there. Don't keep them waiting, will you? When the lightning struck the tower, I must confess that I feared for your safety, but it seems that you escaped unharmed. Truly, we must give thanks to the spirit of the land who watches over us all. Yay, you're back! You're back! Your mom said to tell you she's gone home to make you tea. Or your tea. Lightning was scary. The sky flashed and there was this big bang! Boom!
We're back safe and sound, Grandad.
Indeed you are, my dear. Thank the spirits for that. When we saw lightning striking up there, we got a little worried, I have to tell you. Well, I never. Sounds like it's nothing short of a miracle that you made it back in one piece. Well, there's no doubt about it, the spirit of the land was watching over you. Now tell me, my dear, how was the view from the top?
It was wonderful. I saw the sea stretch into the horizon and the sunlight playing on the water and... Oh, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
You're true Cobblestonians now. Only we have the pleasure of looking out over the world of Erdrea in such breathtaking fashion, you know. You're still young, and the day may yet come when you decide to leave Cobblestone behind. I hope our little ceremony has opened your eyes to a little of what may await you out there. Now, it's high time we were heading back. I'm sure your mother is eager to hear how things went, young man. Don't keep poor Amber in suspense.
Come on, you. Home time.
ordered for ascending to the top of Cobblestone Tower and completing the ceremony that signifies the onset of adulthood. Ceremony is all done. Congratulations! Now don't tell you've forgotten where you live and all the excitement. Just follow the paving stones. You'll soon find your way back. Oh, you must be tired of me forgetting that. You head home and put your feet up. Note to parents, the tour isn't safe for children. Please make sure they know not to play there. Let's see, that's about to scribbly lines. It's amazing when you think about it, isn't it? That your Jazzle, the world tree, has watched over Edria since the dawn of time. They say that the tree has been around for as long as Jazzle. I don't know if that's true, but there's something special about it, right enough? Look at my lovely horse. He's the loveliest horse in the whole village. You say so. Pixels, what are you and get Gemma up to, eh? Just come back from Combinator. Oh, so that's where you've been, is it? Well, it's nice to you got up there together, eh? Cool, there's no loading screens between
Oh, it wasn't a bad told me that from me. Gamma went to the top of the tower and back. He had a little boy boy pictures. Yeah, man! So here's advice from one dog to another. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it. No one knows how long they've got, so make most of it.
I always remember when you were little going fishing with old Chalky. You'd sit there for hours with a funny three-sided rock out by the falls. Just the two of you. He would have been so proud to see how big and strong you've grown. Seems like only yesterday you were near high to a grasshopper. I went to visit Helodor one day. They said there's always something going on there. Apparently, it's always bustling with people, and the shops are full of all kinds of lovely things, not like boring old cobblestone. I'm afraid my horses don't have a lot of get up and go at the minute. They're too busy eating the grass. Oh, was the young person make sure you're nice to Gemma here? She's the keeper of that one. Not this again. Oh, look at your face, you've got all red. Oh, to be young again. We were just talking about you and Gemma. Or Gemma. What's that? What were you saying? Oh, nothing. Tee. love playing in the water. Come on, Pixels, the water's lovely. See, what's hidden behind the waterfall? Nothing. Just rocks. Thanks for calling me those stupid monsters. When I grow up, I'm going to be big and tough, just like you. You did well, both of you. You're not children anymore. You're grown-ups. Welcome to the club. I just walked into them. Okay. You're my hero, Pixels. You saved my little boy. I'm so glad you and Gemma had saved. Physics! We can't pluck these butterflies out of the air and use them as alchemy ingredients? What kind of RPG is this? People of Callisto, we must give thanks for our blessings every day. Come and say a prayer of gratitude at the church. It's all thanks to the spirit of the land, you know. You're coming back from Tor safe and sound, the village being peaceful for so long. I think this will be the perfect time for you to offer up a prayer of thanks, don't you? I need to vandalize the church for fun and profit. And we'll say by game I mean pray. Greetings, my child. It's good to see the younger members of my flock taking the time to pray. Now, shall we begin? How may our church assist you, faithful disciple? Confess to me all you've done, child, that I might record it in an adventure log. Adventure log, please wait. Okay, so I do a adventure log. Are you sure? Hello there, young Pixels. Do you know what's good? Prayer, that's what. You should get down to the church every chance you get. Every time I pray, I feel all my trouble slipping away. It'll make a man of you, take my word for it. A new man of you. A new man, that is. Well, well, if it isn't Cobblestone's newest grown-up. We're looking for the mayor? He's at home at the moment. Listen, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but he's been worried sick about you, Gemma. Well, it's only natural, I suppose. He is your granddad, after all. Message from the mayor. Forest monsters are all at large outside the village. If you must go out into the wild, make sure you are prepared. How do you climb the Tor? I'm pleased to say that you and Gemma are fully fledged Cobblestonians. Now all you need to do is settle down together and live happily ever after. Granddad, honestly. Everything I touch turns to dust. Cobblestone's well tucked away here in the valley. There aren't that many people who even know this place exists, you know. That's why it's so lovely and safe. The monsters don't tend to bother us, and we get to live in peace and quiet. Lovely. Too bad this is just the, the period of stasis where, before the adventure, we get to call it to adventure and everything. Hey, Pixel, don't want to be wandering around outside the village after the day you've had. Time to be getting home. Woof woof. Well, you go somewhere in a hurry when you use a horse. They're faster people by a long shot. But you know that already, being a better rider than most, eh? Nice, mini, Natalie Pursuit running, very grown up. Oh, I remember climbing the tower all those years ago. Back then, I was young, single, and free. Great days, great days. Moses appearing on a second tour of all places. And they say there are more of the blighters running around outside the village than ever before. I don't like this one bit. Oh, they all vaporize. I just did the other side of where the horses were. What's this? The door is Loctite. Gemma, maybe you're the master of unlocking. Wait, are you a master of unlocking? No, you're not? Okay, well. If only we had Jill. I get chased away the chickens. It must be sturdier barrels.
Oh, here's my little soldier. Well, not so little anymore. I've heard all about your big adventure. Look at you, all grown up. I hope he wasn't too much of a bother, Gemma dear.
Of course not. Quite the opposite, in fact. You would have been proud of him. We got attacked by a monster at the top of the tour, and I ended up hanging onto the edge of the cliff by my fingertips. I thought I was done for. But you'll never guess what happened next. That mark on his hand suddenly lit up, and a bolt of lightning hit the monster.
What did you say? That funny little mark? Lightning flying about the place? Goodness me. Here I was hoping he'd turn out nice and ordinary, but it seems his grandfather was right all along. Well, I've been putting this off for long enough now. You and me need to have a little talk. Here, this belongs to you. Your grandfather asked me to give you it once you'd come of age and climbed the Tor. The truth is, there's something I've been keeping a secret all these years. Something I've never told another soul in the village. It's... how can I put this now? Well, he said you're the reincarnation of the Luminary.
What?
Oh, don't ask me what the old fool meant, dear. I haven't got the foggiest. All I know is that your grandfather said you had a special destiny, and that there was something you had to do. He said that when you came of age, you were to head north to the capital, up there in Heliodor, and show that necklace thingy to the king. He seemed to think that if you did that, all would become clear. Clear as mud, I shouldn't wonder. Anyway, the long and short of it is that if you want to find out what this is all about, you'll have to leave Cobblestone and head over to Heliodor.
Crikey.
Well, I can't stop you leaving, I'm sure, but you won't be marching on an empty stomach. Come on, dinner.
The reincarnation of the Luminary. Puzzles tries his hardest to sleep, but he's too confused by everything he's learned, and excited about his coming trip. Eventually... set of plain clothes. Having trouble sleeping, are we? Well, it's no surprise after all the excitement today, and your big news. Well, I had trouble nodding off. I like to go for a little walk. Or whenever I had trouble nodding off. The night air always does me a power of good. Also breaking barrels. I suppose that works too. Door is Loctite. Sorry, we couldn't be bothered to program dialogue for every single character.
Can't sleep either, eh? You remember this tree, don't you? I got my scarf stuck in it all those years ago. There I was, crying like mad, and there you were, running round trying to help me get it down. Some things never change, eh? You know, I always imagined we'd spend our whole lives right here in Cobblestone. That's why I was so surprised by what your mum said today. All that stuff about you being the luminary, that reincarnation thing. I remember the story my granddad told me. Once upon a time, long, long ago, the world was terrorized by a horrible monster. But then, the luminary appeared and saved the day. When it was all over, the luminary turned into a star. And he's been watching over us from up in the heavens ever since. That's his star, right there.
I thought it was Lavos.
How can you be the luminary too? I just don't get it.
Reincarnation is confusing.
I know. That's what you're going to Heliodor to find out. I understand, really I do. Listen, we should both be getting back. Everyone will be wondering where we've got to. Goodbye, old friend.
After his long day, Holly falls into a restless slumber. Then morning comes.
Well, just look at you. You don't scrub up too bad, you know. Only wish your grandfather were here to see you. You won't forget him, will you? He was a fine, upstanding man, the pride of the village. You could do worse than try to be like him. Well, however you turn out, I'm sure you'll find a way to overcome whatever lies ahead. A mother knows these things. Oh, by the way, I've popped a little money I'd saved for a rainy day in your pack. Don't spend it all at once. Why don't you visit the village shop before you head off to Heliodor? You'll need some supplies for your big adventure. But don't take too long. The whole village is turning out to wave you off.
What are you going to have of that building? A quest. Dearie, dearie me, what am I going to do? Oh, but this is young Pixels. Keep along just the right time. I got a favor to ask, you see. The other day I was playing with my lad, you know, messing around as you do. Well, anyway, he got this furry feather that he loves and, well, pulled it in and I managed to let it blow away. Luckily, the wind only blew it as far as the roof of your shed. I'd go and get myself, but I'm not too good with heights, I'm afraid. Anyway, I know you're a brave young fellow, so I was wondering if you're doing me a huge favor, I'm telling you. There. I knew you'd help me. You always pay attention to what the priest said in church, you know. No, but always being kind to others. You're a fine fellow and no mistake. Now there's no time to lose. My son's desperate to get his beloved feather back. Hurry on and over to your shed. I'm sure you climbed onto your fair share of roofs, but you find something to clamber onto and press B to jump up there. Once you find that furry feather, that flurry feather, bring it back here and I'll see if I can give you a little something in return. Best of luck. Pink pine. That's not a... Okay, it's our shed roof, not that shed. What treasure's just sitting on a roof. Oh yeah, there's the flurry feather. There's something shiny over there too. Oh yeah, Pretzels, it looks like you got the feather. Would you mind letting me have it? Yes. There's a butterfly feather. Thanks, I knew you wouldn't let me down. I can't wait to see the look on my boy's face. And before I forget, here's a little something in return. Sleeping hibiscus. That's not all. I got a tip for you that I hope you'll find useful. If you ever want to do someone a good turn, look for the purple speech bubble above their head. Yeah, I noticed that. Listen to what they have to say and see if you can do anything to help. It's always pays to be kind to others, but don't feel that just because someone's shared their words with you that you have to help them right away. You can always come back when you want a little change of pace, or if you're not sure what to do next. Anyway, thanks again, Pickles. I really owe you one. Now just remember, whatever is waiting for you up ahead, be kind to others and you'll do just fine. Bring the flurry feathers to the man in the cobblestones so that his son could once again enjoy days filled with feathery fun. If you had a good time on your little errand, you can continue helping people out by speaking to anyone you meet on your adventure with a purple speech bubble above their head. There's all about her mother. She said that there's an important journey you had to make. And just a youngster. Well, before you head off, make sure you visit the shop. You know where it is, of course. Down the slope and across the river. Once you're stocked up, head up to the village entrance to the north, and we'll wait to see you off. Those little fellas have been eating their beloved grass. Don't think they'll move anytime soon. I can just jump over their tails and run into an invisible wall. speak to everyone in town, but before you head off, you should have a quick pray. If all the monsters out there, you'll be wanting some protection from higher power. Make a quick record of your adventure. You'll be regularly way back to church where you made it if you happen to come to recover or Say up as well, my child. Perhaps a little prayer before you depart. Oh, look at you! Those are old Chucky's clothes, aren't they? Dear, aren't they, dear? Gosh, you look just like he did at your age. He wore the very same outfit when he left to explore the world, and now here you are, following in his footsteps. What? Is that from Dragon Quest VIII? Not actually showing up on Handy Heal All. All your party members to full health as efficiently as possible. Quickly and easily restore all your members to full health. Okay. Quest highlight system settings. Mode, I have it full screen and then there's borderless. I don't really see any difference. Any special rewards? Skill. Wonder Hunter set. This is an early bird bonus for your pre-ordered for intrepid individuals eager to battle the baddest species, and it increases the encounters the rarest waters around. I need a Trodain bandana. There we go. I mean to imply that it's unfortunate that it has like stats, because that means basically it's gonna become obsolete unless there's like ways to upgrade it. Sure, you're leaving. Gemma's been cooped up indoors. I wonder what she's doing in there. That's a storage shed. Her house up that way. That's the map, okay. Yeah, it rotates the camera. Oh yeah, this is what allows us to run. Woof woof. What's the matter, girl? Is someone there? I'm sorry, I don't want to speak to anyone right now. Could you come back in a bit? You're leaving good on Cobblestone, are you? Well, make sure you get the essentials before you set off. Welcome back, customer. How can I serve you? I already have a sword. Attack +8. Attack +7, so this is like weaker, as you imagine a Cypro stick to be. I need more medicinal herbs than I already have. Hopefully not.
Here's some advice from one doctrinaire. Keep your mind on the job, no matter how fierce the fighting gets. You gotta stay focused. The more you get bored, the more focused you'll get, and before you know it, you'll be all pepped up. You'll be really full of beans. When you're pepped up, you're stronger, faster, better at everything. And never feel like it. Go on, my son. Get out there and pep yourself silly.
I don't know much about fighting, but I've heard that the best way to get big and strong is to wallop lots of monsters and build up your experience. But if you realize you picked a fight with a monster that's tougher than you, there's no shame in running away. That's because you're setting out on journey. That doesn't mean you can't pop home for a visit whenever you like. If you ever get hurt or need a rest, there's no place like home. That's what I always say. I'm sure your comfy old bed will always be waiting for you. Can't believe you're leaving it so soon. Well, make sure you stock up on items for your journey. Oh, remember, there's no point just carrying equipment around with you. Make sure you equip it. How'd you going all the way to Heliodor? Can I come with you? Please, please! Fine, I suppose I'm a bit young still. Well, be careful. It's a long journey. My dad says you have to head north and keep going. And he says it's full of all kinds of people. Way more than you see in Cobblestone. Oh, I can't wait to grow up and see it for myself. So this is it. The little soldier's really leaving. Yeah, back. Well, hope you said all your goodbyes. So, ready? Yes, I suppose. Well, off you go then.
One day you're just a little boy, the next you're getting ready to leave us. I only wish your grandfather could see what a fine young man you've become. To think, it's been so many years already since old Chalky found you floating since he brought you to Cobblestone. We never thought there was anything out of the ordinary about you. And now suddenly there's all this talk of luminaries of all things. You know who the luminary was, of course. A legendary hero who saved the world from a terrible darkness. We're supposed to believe that you're him reincarnated? I don't doubt old Chalky, of course, but it is a little hard to swallow, I must say. Oh, when you meet the King of Heliodor, put in a good word for old Cobblestone, won't you, eh? If he finds out this is the village where the luminary was raised, there might be something in it for us, if you catch my drift.
Oh, you are terrible. Trust you to be thinking about what you can get out of it.
Oh, no, I'm only joking, of course. The very thought. Anyway, where was I? Yes. Now, the fate that awaits you may well be one beyond anything we simple country folk can imagine. But you must allow us to offer what little assistance we can. Take this map of Erdrea with you. May it prove useful in finding your way. And may this magnificent steed, the pride of Cobblestone, lighten your burden and speed you on your way.
Well, we got a mount right off the bat.
You'll find Heliodor easily enough. Just head north out of the village and follow your nose.
You travel safely now. Oh, you're such a good boy, such a good boy. You make us proud out there, won't you? And come back safe.
Wait! Here, take this with you. I made it for you. It'll keep you safe. I heard there are lots of monsters where you're going. Be sure to keep it close, won't you? I don't know what's in store for you out there, but wherever you go and whoever you meet, don't forget us, will you? Take care, and remember, we'll We'll be waiting for you.
Looks like just the environmental textures are a little low res. Need a horse? Nay bother. Horses are an incredibly convenient way to cover large amounts of ground in very little time, but you'll sometimes have to enter areas that can only be explored on foot. Don't spare though, a ring of one of the many summoning bells dotted around Urgia will soon bring your faithful friend galloping back to your side. Oh, Pixels, there you are. The mayor asked me to teach you a thing or two about horses and maps, too, for that matter. You see that this bell here? Well, if you get a ring, a fine steed will gallop up out of nowhere, just like that. Good remember if your feet are getting sore. And what if your horse as well is tired? Easy, just press X to take a look at your map. What's more, pressing A once you've got your map open will allow you to access all sorts of useful information. I'm sure all this is written on the list of travelers' tips in your pack there, but you can't go over these things too often. Oh, wait! You don't want to be going anywhere near the Bangle Grove. The monsters in there will have your guts for garters. No, if you're headed for Heliodor, you need to go straight there. Okay. I thought it was Heliodor, but apparently, I can't harvest these mushrooms? What kind of RPG is this? Okay, that's where we came from. Okay. I can't, my store glue. Stark Raven. It makes first strike for what? I kind of got a drop on him, didn't he? What? Hey, disappeared. There's a trick to that thing. Cruel Cumber. Bunyips, I think these are. Bunny corn, okay. Well, I got him from the back, yet somehow it gets to jump on me. I don't know. Oh, hold on a second.
Oh, what have we here? I know a budding adventurer when I see one. It can be risky heading into the great outdoors if you aren't familiar with the basics of survival, you know. Well, fear not, because that's where I come in. See the remains of that fire over there? Well, when you spy one of those, it means you can set up camp and rest your weary bones. To settle down for the night, just go up to the fire and examine it. You'll soon be enjoying a well-earned break. What's that? You're worried about being attacked by monsters while you sleep? Oh, ye of little faith! That statue over there is chock full of holy powers that'll keep the beasties at bay for as long as you need. And that's not all. You can pray to it to be cured of poison and all kinds of other things. Think of it as a mini church. Anyway, enough of my yammering. Why don't you take a closer look at all this camping kit for yourself? You'll need to get used to what campsites look like and how to find them. After all, you'll be relying on them whenever you're out in the wilderness. It's like my old dad always said, keen campers can continue on where others can't. Be prepared. Well, that's all from me. If you have any camping-related queries, feel free to ask. I'm here all the time. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
strange voice comes echoes from afar. Oh, I should are welcome here. My. Okay. What's copper ore? Doesn't look like copper, but okay. Okay. Those just disappeared. What is this? Body punk. Beating up defenseless animals. I'm liking it so far. Crit ball. That didn't last long. May have been overkill. Oh, I got pepped up. Against an enemy that is completely defenseless. That's lovely. If a character is attacked a lot or undergoes certain other trials and tribulations, eventually enter in an inebriated state that is being pepped up, which will boost their martial might for a while. It doesn't last forever. After several turns have passed, they'll lose their glow and go back to being their normal selves. However, any character who pepped up when the battle ends will still be so when the next battle begins. It's a little different from not Final Fantasy 8. It's Dragon Quest 8, which had you had to like, go out of your way to get yourself like energized. Now it's a bit more like Final Fantasy 7. Although not quite. Because that had like limit breaks. This is just like... Oh, well, it's actually awake from the start. I'm running out of inventory space. Whoa! I didn't realize I was so low on health. I think it used to actually, see, autosave. Are these from the same? I'll lose. Okay, this is way before. Can I go load? I have to go all the way back to the title screen, and then there's no... I know what's happened. I take it that the charge is more of a, not really a charge, it's just, like, okay, this is how much gold you've accumulated since, I'll take a different path this time. Pot of toad oil? The graphics are actually pretty decent. I will have my vengeance. These guys are... Oh, that's the level I wanted to be at. Look at that heal. I got skill points. Oh, this is a little different from what you get in Dragon Quest VIII. As one would imagine, I suppose. Builders where you can use skill points to teach your party members new skills and abilities. Also improve their attributes. When you unlock a particular panel, the one surrounding it will become available, expanding your options even further. Be careful about what to unlock when and work your way toward the ultimate abilities. This is kind of like a spear grade a little bit. I can get sword mastery. Skills set to improve overall attack power, and also provide skilled swordsmen with some truly tremendous techniques. Good one-handed swords. And pave the pathway to sword mastery, which I haven't reached yet, so I just sort of preview, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, cool. A luminary. Increases a chance of getting pepped up. That costs 8, I think, so I can't use the guy yet. Flame Slash. Have you come far? Well, you're safe now. Heliodor awaits. Once you're in the city, you can find a nice inn to rest up. Lucky old you. Welcome to Heliodor. This is the largest city in all of Ergia, you know. You should head downtown for a look at the livelier side of here if you get the chance. Are we going to the largest city? This is the largest city in this particular region of the world. So very busy. I can't talk to. I can see you! I stand up here, I can see folks watching down below. Sometimes they see me and smile. We have a bit of a moment. He's too busy to talk, apparently. What the hell are you doing? You're seeing all of Erdria. Please make yourself at home. Well, if you're wondering about that white speech bubble above my friend's head, well, that means he's got nothing else to say right now. People can get that way sometimes, you know. I can see under his helmet. That's not the half of it, then he... Whoa! I haven't seen him right here before. You're here to see the king, you say? Well, you won't find him around here. You had better head to the castle. Go straight up this road, climb the steps, keep going, and Bob's your uncle. But, over that day, shut the gates as soon as the sun goes down. The king needs to sleep too, you know. You must be heading there bright and early if you want an audience. The struggling salesman told me he's never seen so many monsters roaming all over the place. Over the place they are. What's this world coming to? By the way, if you see a white speech like the one above the fellow in front of me's head, that means that person doesn't have anything to say right now. Yeah. Some bushes. I just want to dance. I just love music. They're so cool. This band are the best. I wish I could play an instrument. Heliodor is surrounded by mountains which serve as a kind of natural wall, keeping monsters and other nasties at bay. That's why we live such safe, secure lives. I'm gonna say lies. This team's a banger. Hit me, you're the one. Check it out, yeah? Not sure how you say that. We have so you're trouble, eh? Well, I don't know where you're from, but around here we don't go barging into your houses without so much as to buy or leave. There's a book called The Big Pencil of Heliodor. Pencils taken from the shelf and takes a closer look. Situated atop rocky cliffs, Heliodor was never blessed with fertile soil or bounteous rains. Farmers could never reap a plentiful harvest from its earth, which all agreed was barren. But one day, in search of a land of their own, two brothers came to these unwelcoming wilds and began daring attempt to reclaim them from nature. Many sneered at their seeming folly, but the brothers paid them no heed and toiled on. A grand irrigation system soon saw the soil brought to life, and their first yield of crops exceeded all expectations. Their deeds united the farming families around them, and a new united realm soon sprang up from the transformed land with the two brothers and its kings. Thus was born the nation of Heliodor. As confused with Heliodor, which you read to call Yoink. Okay, looking for some excitement, but there's nothing going on. Maybe I should stick to the main drag rather than littering in back alleys. I'm so bored. I won't allow any nonsense on my watch. If you even think of causing any trouble, I'll come down on you like a ton of bricks. Came all the way to Heliodor with one goal in mind, to catch a list of two of the greatest heroes in all of history, Sir Jasper and Sir Hendrik. The only problem is that they let me in the castle. Can you believe it? Well, I'm not going to get to meet them in person. I suppose I'll have to bide my time by reading up on them instead. You know, if you want to earn my eternal gratitude, you could help me find a book about the exploits of these two fabulous knights. Well, thank you so much. There's a book of my two favorite knights sitting on a bookshelf somewhere. I'll take a look around the rest of the city, so maybe you should head east. You see any bookshelves with books on them, take a closer look. Apparently they're the ones worth reading. If you do manage to find the about Jasper and Hendrik, make sure to tell me about them, won't you? Good luck. Yay, hooray! Way! Busy, busy, busy! Oh, doggies, woof woof. King Conrad was surely the wisest of rulers. His influence spreads far and wide. In fact, it would be no exaggeration to call him the king of the world. The king of the world! The water's still so beautiful. Feels like it's drawing me in. Oh, look at this. I wonder how much it's worth. If I sold it, I bet I never had to work again. You see this two-headed eagle? It's a symbol of Heliodor. It's on the flag as well.
Halt! Not so fast.
I was walking very casually.
State your business.
It explains that he's the luminary, and he's come to speak to the king.
Here, shake my hand, mate. That's the funniest one I've heard all week.
Clear off, will you? We haven't got time for this kind of nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? You want to show that pendant to the king, you say?
Do you mind waiting here a minute?
I've got a symbol on the back of my hand, and
Huh? Ever so sorry for that little misunderstanding. Please, go right on through. His Majesty's waiting for you.
I think it's been so many years since Dundrassil was attacked by that terrible horde of monsters. King Cornelian was lucky to make it out alive, you know. And his daughter, the princess, well, she wasn't so lucky. Well, it could be such a cruel place. Who would have thought that a beautiful kingdom could be wiped out just like that? Curse those monsters. At least we have Sir Hendrik, with the hero of Heliodor, to protect us. We won't be going the same way as Dundrassil anytime soon. Oh, I like what you're wearing. That musty bumpkin look is really in right now. What was it? Was it bumpkin? The musty bumpkin look. Okay. His Majesty is waiting for you. Go to the throne room, head up the stairs, and go straight on. The luminary, at long last. Stairs and go straight on. The king is waiting for you. But you don't have the purple exclamation point on top of you. How can you know where I'm supposed to go? None shall pass. Sorry, but this part of this castle is strictly off limits. That's none may pass. But I cannot allow you to proceed any further. This tree has been here since I was born. It was simply magnificent. It requires no care, but retains double form entirely naturally. You must be the luminary. You caused quite a stir, you know. It's nice to be able to meet you in person. Oops, sorry. Butterfly wing. Greetings and welcome. Ever since you arrived in the castle, there's been a curious tension in the air. I can't quite put my finger on it. Okay, look at this book. Retreating with Sir Hedrick is exhausting. I'm just talking a little briefer. There's nothing in there apparently. Oh, it's the luminary. Very nice to meet you. I've been busy by reading at the moment, though. We speak later, maybe. Okay, apparently that triggered Bixby on my phone. Leather hat. There's north this way. Okay. We are nobles of the most blue-blooded. We are nobles of the most blue-blooded stock. Yet we have been told that we must wait for an audience with the king. We have traveled for an audience with the King of Heliodor, and now we are told that he has a more important guest. The impertinence! Who could it be? It can surely only be another king. Who else would outrank one such as I? It's a disgrace! So King Carnelian, behind the throne, Pencils takes it from the bookshelf and has a close look. Having seen several generations of his line, I can say with some certainty that King Carnelian is a rare breed of monarch possessed of all the qualities required of a truly great leader. Both loved and feared by the populace, he is like a father to them, kind yet stern, firm yet fair. Not since the days of great kings of old has our nation been so blessed. Though his face may have grown hard in line since the terrible events that took place these 4 years, I might say that his has added a certain depth that improves him yet further. He has resolutely so resolutely overcomes its grief and yet still led his nation moving onwards is a surely sign that Carnelian is a king among kings. Wayfarer's clothes. Called Erdrian Geographic. Crystal takes from the shelf and has a closer look. There are many nations, both large and small, that make up Erdria. There are 5, the so-called Great Five, that stand above all others in the eyes of the world. Ancient Honorable Dundrassil, Cephas and stony Heliodor, Gallopolis with its noble and desert knights, Sniffelheim with its snow-capped towers, and last but not least, Zwarder, covered in flowers. These 5 nations guide the world, meeting every few years at the great conference known as the Colloquy of Kings, in order to steer the course of Adrian affairs in a direction agreeable to all. Adrian? Hands off, Orchard! Those are gifts for the king! You so much as touch them, and you'll be sorry! I am stupendously wealthy, and have brought marvelous gifts for the king. But now I hear he means to grant I some upstart, and that I must wait. Sniffelheim and Gallopolis aren't to be messed with, but there's no two ways about it. Heliodor is the most powerful kingdom in the world. Our army will never allow the monsters to take over, you can be assured of that. As long as we have Sir Jesper and Sir Hendrik on our side, we Heldorians have nothing to fear. They've been fighting side by side to protect the kingdom ever since they were boys. This is His Majesty's chambers, and before you ask, no, you're not coming in. This is the entrance to the late princess's chamber. I'm afraid I cannot permit you to pass. There's a lot to right. I'll take you to the top floor, but there's not much up there that's really worth seeing. Besides, you're here to see the king, aren't you? Focus on the task at hand, I always say. Fascinating getting to meet you in person. His Majesty must be very pleased that you have finally appeared. What the heck? Mercy, ask that you speak to him right away. Don't make him. Please wait to the throne room. Courtyard or something? Hold on, you must be the luminary I've been hearing so much about. We're looking for the throne room. Well, it's on the floor that one, this one. The king's expecting you, I believe. There's something shiny in the chandelier, but I can't quite reach it. there's some special ability we unlock that allows us to get up there. Or like knock whatever that is off. The red star in the sky is known as Erdrwin's lantern, you know. Settlers have long wondered how it got that name, but I'm afraid it has remained a mystery. I don't see the star right now. There it is. The star gets smaller the closer you look at it. So you're the dark spot. Sorry, forgive me. Sometimes I think out of loud. You see, his messengers are eager to see you. No, that's a different game. That's Dragon Age you're thinking about. His Majesty is a most magnificent man, but he does not suffer fools gladly. My advice is to not do anything stupid.
That will be quite close enough. Welcome to Heliodor Castle, friend.
The Jewel of Dundrasil. You are bold indeed to have made your way here alone, Wanderer. I am Carnelian, ruler of Heliodor. How long have I waited for this day? And now, finally, we meet. Truly, it is an honor. The fact that you come here proffering the jewel and asking to speak with me personally would suggest that you know something of your true nature. I take it that you also bear the mark? Yes, the mark of light. Then there is no doubt. You are he. Rejoice, dear subjects. The day is upon us at last. The luminary walks among us once more. Tell me, O luminary, where exactly is it that you hail from? I would so very much like to pay tribute to those who took you in and raised you.
Burn down the village, I mean, pay tribute to them.
I see. Cobblestone, you say? Jasper, you know of this place?
I do, my liege. A village of provincial nobodies deep in the rocky south.
You dare say that about the home of the luminary?
Then I take it you know what to do. Do not disappoint me.
Yes, my liege.
Okay. That's ominous.
Accursed luminary! I know not what your intent was in coming here alone, but whatever your wicked scheme, know that it shall not succeed!
Okay.
Hendrik, take this cur, this harbinger of calamity, and cast him into the furthest corner of the dungeon. Know this. The luminary is the root of all evil and will bring naught but misery to our realm. And why is this? The reason is simple. Just as light is intertwined with darkness, so too is the luminary intertwined with the dread lord of shadows. His coming heralds the resurrection of the Dark One.
Did you really think you could fool one as wise as His Majesty? It was your great misfortune to confront one who knows your true nature.
Really? Like... My coming heralds... But that's just incidental, isn't it? Like... Like, if my coming heralds the arrival of the resurrection of the Dark One, then you throwing me into the dungeon will make no difference. Like, literally, like... If the purpose of the light is to dispel the darkness, then you throwing me in the dungeon is only going to allow the darkness to arrive unopposed.
Men, seize this wretch!
Don't kill the messenger!
You claim to hail from Cobblestone. Well, before the sun has set 3 times, we shall know the truth. By then, Jasper will have returned from his investigation. If I were you, Darkspawn, I would not expect to live...
Once again, this is Dragon Quest, not Dragon Age! Like fulfilling your duty and traveling to Helidare Castle only to be damned as a Darkspawn and thrown into the dungeon by King Carnelian. Hey, cut it out! Get a grip, making a racket is not gonna help you any. But there's usually stuff in here. Hey, what if we turn this thing? No, we can't do that? Hey, keep it down, will you? There goes the neighborhood.
Will you keep it down in there? Most folks they throw in here have the decency to wait a while before going stir crazy. What are you in for, anyhow? You don't get free bed and board down here without having done something pretty bad. Wait, did you say the Luminary? You're serious? You're telling me the Luminary has just shown up in the cell next to mine? This is crazy.
One plate of delicious gruel for the gentleman in the dungeon suite. Come and get it.
The Luminary? You're serious? So it's all happening just like the seer said it would. We'd better get out of here. Wait here. Don't worry, I didn't kill him. But he won't be waking up anytime soon. Things will get pretty hairy up ahead. You'd better take this.
Dangerous to go alone.
Oh, and I found this in a corner over there. I guess it's your stuff, right? Me? I got this little beauty back, so now I'm pretty much unstoppable. We better get out of here before any more of our tin-headed friends come knocking. Holler when you're ready to move out, okay?
Is there a response? The guard is unconscious.
I spend ages digging this hole, and you just happen to show up the day I finish it? Heck of a coincidence. Guess I really was meant to help you out, just like the seer said. Anyway, there'll be time to talk about all that later. In you go.
Okay, he's unconscious. Pixels go down the hole.
The sewers, huh? Well, there must be a way out somewhere. Lead the way. I got your back.
our first proper dungeon. It's literally attached to a dungeon, in manner of speaking.
There they are! You lot, over here!
Damn it! We better make ourselves scarce.
They're going with the frickin' Metal Gear Solid thing.
Another one bites the dust. These guys don't give up, do they? Seriously?
Just a sign saying that this, well, now we're dead.
You okay? Looks like we shook the guards, at least.
Oh, coincidence, we happened to wash up in a different area than they did.
And that looks like a way out. Maybe our luck's about to change.
Huh? Yeah, it looks like a dragon. You can tell it's a dungeon because it's got a dragon. Let's mosey on in here. Don't call it Dragon Quest for nothing.
Wait, there's something there.
I know, there's a dragon. I don't think they're high enough level yet to fight the dragon.
If we stand and fight, we're dead. Let's get the heck out of here.
Quick time events in this dragon's lair.
Well,
oh, we brought a lot of quarters.
Whew. I think we gave it the slip. Huh? I spoke too soon.
We just have a bunch of monsters.
Has it gone? Whew. That was way too close for comfort. What's that thing doing under the castle anyway? Well, whatever. We should get going. Uh-oh.
Fire? I thought the dragons were supposed to. I thought the dragons were supposed to have poison.
We made it. Just. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Huh?
Here he is, the Darkspawn.
Again, this is Dragon Quest, not Dragon Age. No enchantment here.
Ah, me and my big mouth. Move. Looks like our luck finally ran out.
Oh, there's a bunch of water, so we can just jump in there and have it.
We've got him now.
No way back, huh? If they catch us, we're dead meat.
Hold!
Let's do this. I believe in you. I believe in the Luminary. I don't have much choice.
Come on. Let's not do anything stupid now.
You know how physics works in the real world, which this is not.
The name's Eric, by the way.
We're just now getting to the title sequence. Didn't we just watch this at the beginning of the game? That drawing of Ekras up here. I'm gonna actually take a break now that we've actually reached the opening credit sequence.
Wake up, lazy bones. Come on, up you get. Finally. I was worried we'd lost you for a minute there. You've been out cold ever since we jumped. Had to drag you all the way here on my own. But what a jump it was. I closed my eyes, put my faith in the Luminary, and somehow didn't get smashed into 1,000 pieces.
That river should have hit us like a pile of bricks.
In fact, I woke up on the forest floor at the bottom of the cliff without a scratch on me. Amazing what a little faith can do. Anyway, I guess you and me must be at the top of the King of Heliodor's most wanted list by now. Which means we can't hang around here too long. Let's go say thanks to the nun who looked after us and be on our way.
you are, my children. I trust that your friend here is fully recovered.
Oh, don't worry about him. He's just fine. Thanks for looking out for us. We owe you one.
Not at all, dear. I'm just happy to see you both well again. But if you are leaving, you must be careful on the road. It seems some dangerous criminals have escaped from the capital and are at large somewhere in the area. Oh, I shudder to think what wicked deeds they might be capable of.
Criminals, you say? Dear me, that doesn't sound good. And you heard this when you were in Heliodor?
I did indeed, my child. There were guards everywhere. They are searching high and low for the villains. And I heard that the mighty knight Sir Hendrik himself has headed to the mountains in the south with his troops. They say he means to block the road to Cobblestone, the village the fugitives came from. Oh, but you must forgive me, poor lambs. I did not mean to alarm you. They will soon be caught, I am sure. Justice will be done. And until then, you are free to remain with us for as long as you please.
Thanks. We appreciate that. We're going to get a little fresh air. We have a few things to discuss, right?
I don't know if we can do that side quest now. Damn it. Okay. So, before... So, thanks for watching. You can follow us on Twitter. And once again, you're going to support us on Patreon. But of course, besides all that, you can, if you're a bit strapped for cash, you can just do all the other things. Until next time, sayonara.